start off the base of my foundation, I'm going to be using my NYX Photo Loving Primer. I'm just going to put that all over my face.
I try to focus this mainly on the areas that get the most oily, which is my T-zone.
Okay, so next for foundation, I'm going to be using MAC's Face and Body Foundation in C3. I just got it and I really like it. It's buildable, so if you just put on one layer, it's pretty sheer, but it's waterproof and also water-based, so if you have sensitive skin, you won't break out from the foundation. So first I'm going to be applying one layer with a Real Techniques foundation brush, and then I'm going to be applying another layer with my Beauty Blender. Another thing I really like about this foundation is that it's a dewy finish, but it doesn't budge once it sets.
When using a flat brush like this, try to use mainly downward strokes.
Okay, so now that I have my first layer on and it's pretty dry, I'm just going to add my second layer with my Beauty Blender.
And then as usual, I do like to map out the foundation on my face before I blend it in with my damp Beauty Blender.
Okay, so now that the foundation's done, I'm going to be concealing and highlighting. I'm going to be using my It Cosmetics waterproof concealer. I'll put the exact name in the description box below. And this is in neutral medium. And I'm just going to apply this with my fingertips. I put a little bit on the back of my hand. A little bit goes a long way with this. I spread it around a little bit. And then just dab it on. And we'll blend it out with the Beauty Blender. This concealer is very full coverage also, but it's nice because it's waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it creasing. I'm just going to take some of that and run it down the center of my nose and a little bit on my forehead. And then again, just blend that out with your Beauty Blender. Now I'm going to set my under eye concealer with my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder, and I'm going to be using a Real Techniques powder brush, and again I'll put the exact name in the description box below. I'm just going to take a generous amount and pat this right on top of the concealer. This will help to keep everything in place and highlight a little bit as well. Then I just wipe the excess on my eyelids. And as far as the rest of my face goes, I'm actually going to be using a foundation, and this is Benefit's Hello Flawless Powder Foundation, and I'm using Champagne. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to apply this everywhere else that I put the concealer, so my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Next I'm going to be bronzing up my face with MAC Give Me Sun, and I bought this because my favorite beauty YouTuber Desi Perkins uses it, and she says it was her favorite, so I really wanted to try it, and I do think it's worth the hype. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to use this as an overall bronzer, not really contouring, but I am going to start in the hollows of my cheekbones. I'm using a big fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. complexion brush. And it just adds a really nice warm glow to your face.
I I also applied this to my forehead and hairlines using small circular strokes.
Now for blush, I'm going to be using my Ulta cheek color. Come on, focus. There we go. And this is in Exposed. It's like a shimmery peachy pink color. And I'm going to be using a Shani Cosmetics blush. I think it's a blush brush. Number 8. I'm just applying this on the apples of my cheeks.
And then after I apply the brush, I like to lightly go over it with my beauty blender just to make sure everything's blended together.
And to highlight, I'm going to be using the Balm, the Balm Mary Luminizer. And I'm just going to be using another Shani Cosmetics brush, and this is a fan brush, number 7. I'm just going to be applying this on the highest points of my cheekbones. I'm also going to be applying this down the bridge of my nose, just a little bit. And a little bit right above the arch of my brows. And on my Cupid's bow. It was funny, I was at a concert and we were outside in the cold, freezing, and I had a nice like Cupid's bow highlight, and my friend was like, "Are you sweating?" I was like, "No, it's just my highlight." Okay, so now the face is pretty much done, and now we can move on to the eyes. I'm going to be using my It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm going to be taking the color Warmth right there with a fluffy brush, and this is my Luxie tapered blending brush number 205, and I'm just going to be putting this in the crease.
I try to use small light circular strokes
just to add some depth, nothing too dramatic. And for the lid color, I am going to be using my City Colors eyeshadow trio, and I'm going to be using the lightest color in, well, the entire thing is called Falling Leaves. So I don't know, just the latest one, I don't know what it's called. Let's apply this on my lids. Then I'm going to be taking a pencil brush like this. I'll put the name below of the brush, and I'm just going to be taking that same color that I used on my lids and running it right underneath my bottom lash line. Now to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to go back into my Mary Luminizer and take a fluffy brush and just apply it right under your eyebrow. Then I'm going to go back into my pencil brush side, dip it in the highlighter, and put this right in the inner corners of my eyes. And now we're ready for the eyeliner. Okay, so I'm going to be using a liquid eyeliner to create my wing, and it's the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and I'm using Intense Black. And again, I know you guys have seen me do wings before, so I'm going to speed this process up. You know, I like to start with a simple thin line along my lash line, and then I add a little bit of thickness to it as I do the wing. So
after I get the main thin line down, I like to draw a line pointing towards the end of my eyebrow to create the wing.
just had some major issues with this. No, wait, it was this side of my wing. I had to fix it off camera because it was a disaster. But they're okay now. I cleaned them up with some concealer, and now I'm going to apply some false lashes and then mascara. I'm going to apply the false lashes off camera though. Okay, now I'm going to mend my real eyelashes together with my fake eyelashes with my Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara. Just do a light coat of it. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using brown mascara, and this is my CoverGirl Clump Crusher in brown. Okay, then the eyes are done, and we can move on to the lips. My friend Taylor showed up. She just wanted to say hey.
Hey.
Okay, so since the lipstick I'm using is so dark, I didn't even have a lip liner that was dark enough, so I'm going to use black eyeliner. And I'm going to use my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil, and this is in 0, which is just black.
And once I got the main outline done, I faded it inwards a little bit to make it more gradual.
Okay, so now that the lip liner is done, I'm going to use my MAC lipstick in Cyber, which is a really, really dark bluish purple color. I'm just going to go right over, all over my lips.
Then once I had the lipstick on, I picked up my eyeliner again and just went over the outline to make sure everything was nice and clean.
So I'm going to use the same concealer from before, my IT Cosmetics, and a concealer brush. This is I'll put it below. I think it's just like, I'm not even going to try. Just take a little bit. Mostly on the bottom, just clean up the edges. And then blend the rest out with your finger. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I really, really love the way it turned out. It's really unique, I think, with the lip color. Everything else is pretty basic, and you could honestly pair it with any lip color you wanted. I just wanted to show you guys something a little bit more bold and different and out there. If you don't like the lip color, which I know it's not for everyone, the rest of the makeup is super versatile and you could really put any lip color with it. So don't be scared off by the lip if you don't like it. So yeah, if you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also any products that I used are in the description box below with links. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time, bye.